This tutorial will describe the general usage of the Navigation Map Station, or NAV Map, and the taskbar found at the bottom. For detailed information on the NAV Map, taskbar, and all other components of the game, we encourage you to consult the manual. The Navigation Map Station consists of a 2D nav map, the 3D view, and the Digital Data Indicator, DDI. The NAV map displays Naval Tactical Data System NTDS symbols that can be hooked and unhooked with the left mouse button. Depending on the type of object, these symbols can be interacted by using the right mouse button that will invoke the appropriate menu specific to that object. The 3D view and DDI correspond with what is selected in the NAV map, so as different contacts are selected in the map, the DDI and 3D view will update accordingly. The taskbar is at the bottom of the screen and is available at all times regardless of the station you are playing from. In the lower right portion of the taskbar, there are controls to quickly alter own ship speed, depth, altitude, and course by left and right clicking on the individual digits to make them go up and down respectively. The station menu allows you to navigate to the other various stations of the platform you are controlling. Shortcut keys will also bring you to these stations. These stations will be described in detail within their respective tutorials. The damage report lists all systems that are currently damaged on the platform you are controlling. Each damage report entry lists the time when the damage occurred, the type of damage, and the estimate of how long it will take until the damage is repaired. The Orders menu is for the most part equivalent to a right-click menu on the Own Ship NTDS symbol in the NAV map. The Orders menu is available in all screens, not just the NAV map. The History window in the center of the taskbar displays all text messages created by various events in the game and records all reports from your virtual crewmen. The shapes to the left of the History window filter out these text reports into crew reports, radio traffic, and multiplayer chat history. The first platform shown at mission start is always your platform, referred to as Own Ship. As Own Ship sensors detect other platforms, those sensor returns will be displayed on the NAV map as contacts. As other allied platforms on your side make detections with their sensors, those contacts can also be shown on your NAV map as link contacts. The link is a communication system that all surface ships, aircrafts, and occasionally buildings and submarines will report to, but only if they are allied with you. From the NAV map, you can manage your own sensor contacts, classify them as information becomes available from your sensors, and engage them with your weapons. It is important to note the NAV map contacts are just a representation of what the sensors see and where your target solutions claim them to be. Here is one contact that was discovered by one of the lookouts and classified as a neutral supertanker. Since it is visual detection, we can assume that the contact's bearing and range are fairly accurate. This is a highly reliable contact solution, and we can mark it as high confidence. In contrast, we have a new passive sonar contact. This contact is denoted with a bearing line and a range of 10 nautical miles. By default, every new contact is displayed at 10 or 20 nautical miles, depending on the sensor that detected it. When the player decides upon a better range and enters it into the target solution, the bearing line will disappear and the contact's range will be updated on the NAV map. Since the passive sonar is only able to deduce a target's bearing, the new contact is displayed as such. Assume that this contact is a submarine. We can right-click the contact and designate it as an unknown subsurface contact. We will now promote that contact to the link, and our allies will attempt to detect it themselves and assist us with dealing with it. If we promote the contact as a hostile contact, our allies would proceed to engage the contact with whatever weapons they have available. By unhooking the current contact and right-clicking on the NAV map, a menu is created with various drawing tools, data layers, and map filters. The drawing tools are useful in acquiring the bearing and range to a contact, and to create markers on the map that you can double-click to label as you wish and enter various notes. The data layers enable you to enable and disable sets of data and groups on contacts. Be warned that many of these options, especially Show Truth, would be considered a cheat and should only be used as a last resort. New to this game is the ability to add manual solutions. These are convenient when your sensors may not be detecting any contacts, but you have information from gathered intelligence or radio messages that a contact is within an area and you want to investigate or engage that reported contact. In order to do that, you can simply add a manual solution and interact with it as you would any other contact. Lastly, you can engage any neutral or hostile contact that has been assigned a category type directly from the nav menu. That concludes our NAV Map tutorial. Please consult the manual for additional details on using the NAV Map station in the game.